Guys, Killer Kevin, and today on this particular tutorial we are going to be building a Harrier jet, or just a jet slash plane, however you want to call it. We're going to be building that. If you haven't seen the thumbnail, I'll pop it on screen now for you guys. There we go, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool, pretty large as well, so make sure you got enough room for this particular build. And yeah, let's crack on with the things you're going to be needing for this build. So obviously I've chosen here the block of quart and the slab of quart. You're going to need differentiations between these. I was going to use originally just wool, but if you're going to use wool, make sure you use a sort of a thing that's very close to the texture of that. Like I was going to use wool and iron, but I thought, nah, scrap that. Let's just use quartz here, because why not? It looks so much better. Got a black wool for standard for the front end and the wheels. Some stone slabs for the wings, and the red and the blue for the detailing of the wing as well. Obviously that will go corresponding with the first block. Glass, because obviously it needs to cover the front of the cockpit, and a couple of trapdoors and wooden buttons for a little bit of detailing on the wheels as well. And you're going to need a little bit of fence, but we don't have enough infantry space to do that at the moment. So what we're going to be doing is starting off with a black block like so. Doesn't particularly matter how you want to do it, just set it down for a start. Just put a little bit away forwards from here, because I'm not sure how far it's going to go back. So there we go, one like that. After that, you know, what we can do actually is just come up and just want a floating slash invisible one like so. It doesn't particularly matter how you do it, just do it like so. I'm not sure how many off the ground. Let's probably go, let's go maybe 3 to 1, yeah, let's go 3. Like so, let's build like that. So that's going to be the tip of the nose. This is going to need to come 3 along, back obviously from away from the build, and obviously the third one being it coming out from each side, like so. You pretty much want to leave it just like that for the time being, and the same thing on that side as well. So you want a pattern that looks like this. After you've done that, we can actually start building the rest of our top bit. So switch to your quartz, and again from here we're going to go one up from here and then come along like so. So we're just following the black, extra one to make 3 like so. Underneath those quartz as well, you can just plonk some black if you really want to. You don't have to, but it's just a nice little bit of detailing for the little bit of trim that's going to go around it, like so. So once you've done that, what we need to do now is follow along. So now we're just going to add 2 blocks. So we're just going to follow this pattern all the way along, so 2 blocks, and we're probably just going to come an extra 3 in total, so it's a line of 3. After you've done that, we're just going to do an extra 4, but the 4th one is going to come up an extra 1, like so. And then after we've done that, we're just going to come along and connect it like this. 3 in the middle, like that. That's pretty much it. That's the front bit done there. What we're going to do now is add some glass. It's pretty simple. You're just going to come along, and you can do this however you want. For me, I'm just going to do it like this. Maybe one like that. There we go. Something like that. You don't have to have it exactly like that. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it, but I've just kind of done like that. So yeah, all we need to do now is obviously extend the back half. And you can go absolutely as mental as you like, but for me, I'm going to be doing the wings first, and then after we've done the wings, I'm going to be adding the body itself. Now you probably think that's a little bit stupid, but I don't, because it's going to work a lot easier for me. So what I'm going to do here is obviously add an extra back layer as well, just one more, just mimic this back layer. So again, just come all the way up like so, and obviously from this block here, from now we're going to be starting to make the wings. So again, you can make this however you like, it doesn't particularly matter. For me, I'm probably going to actually just jump that up an extra 1. There we go, for the bit of block. And what we're going to do is come make an L. After you made the L, bring it down to an extra 2. We're going to come out an extra 1. Then we're going to come an extra L again, and an extra extension of 2. Then we're going to come approximately, I'm going to say, 7 invisible stairs. That's in total, so including this one. So 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. After that, I'm probably just going to chop it off there, maybe, just extend it. Yeah, I'm happy with that, and that's probably going to be about 3, 6, that's probably going to be about 8 blocks as well, so 3, including that one, 8 blocks like so. And then I'm probably just going to stretch that all the way along just a little bit till it connects to the main front of the wing as well. Just come all the way along, make sure they line up with each other as well. There we go. Okay, so this is the front bit of the wing. So you're probably thinking, how the hell is the other bit? Other bit will be made in a minute, don't worry too much about that. I just want to make sure we've got a base layer or a bulk layer like so. So after we've done that, all we need to do now is just fill in certain selected bits on this build. Now, we're going to jump up one more layer. So again, we're going to come up to the block behind it or underneath it. So like so. And we're going to come and make an L. Again, we're going to mimic this. We're going to make another L. Like so. Then after that, we're going to approximately come along down 3 in total. 3. Then we're going to come in 1 again. And we're just going to basically follow the exact same pattern as we did on this thing prior to this. So we're just going to carry along this bit. So as you can tell here, this obviously bit's going to be a bit bulkier than the last bit. So from the 3 here, we're actually just going to make that a 2. So like so. Come on, make it a little 2. So the rest of that whole entire wing now, we can actually just fill it in with our 1s like so. Obviously, if you do get stuck, you can obviously just make each of the wings as you go. But I'm going to make this wing, probably just stop when I filled this in, and then mimic it on the other side. We'll do that together as well, if you get a little bit confused. So just fill that in like so. There we go. Probably just for the clicking as well, if you can hear that. There we go. Okay, time to make the other wing as well. So exactly the same. Obviously, I like this wing. So I'm going to copy this wing all the way over. So again, I'm going to make an L from the middle block, like so. So an L. You can easily just follow this along. Again, another L. So it's 2 L's like that. And then obviously the next L is going to be 2 extended. So come down 1, 2, like that. Yep. Pretty happy with that. And the visible stairs 7, including this one. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is that one there. So the 7th one, yeah. And then we're going to come down. I think it's 8 blocks in total. I think. Yep, 8 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to come see if it's symmetrical. Yeah, it is. Come along a line. And obviously just breach the 2 together, like so. There we go. Just come all the way along until they connect. Don't worry if we've got a little bit of excess, that's fine. So obviously we're going to do the exact same bit up here as well. So we're going to mimic that bit. 1, 2, into the build. Snake L, take an L, down 1. And it's going to be, what we got here? It's fine, then we're going to come out. It's going to be 3. We're going to come back in to make 2 like so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. And then obviously the 3 that we talked about need to be 2 in general. Okay, and then the rest of that we can just fill in as our standard sort of flat plain wing. Now obviously there's going to be a lot of detailing on this. So obviously I'm going to be doing the underneath of the wing in general, and also the top half of the wing is obviously going to add a little bit of more detail. I also need to do the extra added bits that come out onto the sides as well. So don't worry too much, or don't worry or panic too much, because obviously you need to add a lot more other layers to this plane before it starts being a plane. So there we go. So 2 wings like so. So after we've done the 2 wings, pretty much all we're going to be doing is following up from that 3. So from the 3 that was here originally, we're actually come up and follow that 3 all the way along around. So again, make a 2 block of that, and we're going to come all the way to the very end of the back of the plane. So we're just going to follow that all the way along. So be careful with side-ups, because obviously they sort of glue to each other. So there we go, and same thing on this side as well. Probably just fill that whole entire section in there, to be honest. So be careful though where we're filling in. Yeah, you're just basically doing one wing, then mimicking it down to the other side. No idea why it's built up that far. Jesus. Is it supposed to be built up that far? Is it 2 away from the wing? It is 2 away from the wing. There we go. Okay, cool. So after we've done that, we're going to add a little bit more detailing. So from the 3 at the back of the wing, what we're going to do is actually just come out and an extra 1, so an L in that crevice, and then I'm just going to continue it all the way along until we get to the back half of the wing, which we're just going to miss 1 again, like so. So I'll show you that again. So the L on this side, all the way along till we miss 1 at the end. Same thing on this side as well. So we're going to come away from the 3 that are here. So make an L and then carry that all the way along till we miss 1 at the very end, which is obviously going to be that one. So as you can tell, it should look something like this. Obviously we're building up the airplane as it goes on and on and on. There's little bits of bulk from that. Now what you can actually do is you can just follow this core all the way down. So it's the flat layer to make sort of clear indication of where you're going to be building throughout this. So obviously just follow all the way to the back of the wings. So the back of the aircraft, don't worry too much, we'll do that in a minute. Just from a box like so, then you can actually just fill that in so you get a clear idea of where your jet is going to be. So there we go. So as you can tell, there's a lot of room in here. You can put whatever you like in there, but I'm not going to furnish it purely because of time reasons and everything else. So what we can actually do after that is we can actually start filling in the rest of the wings. So what we can do is we're actually going to do this. I was going to do it at the end of the video, but we can fill it in. So we're actually going to make this a layer of 2. So all underneath the wing needs to be a layer of 2. Now you can actually just do a little shortcut here. You know what I'm doing, just add the sort of front section. Don't need to add all the bottom bit. Is a vise though, but I mean, I'm not going to do that because it'll be for absolute years. So I'm just going to add a couple of layers of 2. I'm not going to be too fancy on this. Like so. There we go. Add 1 more round here. Why not? And then obviously for detailing measurements, I'm just going to add the extra 2 underneath here. There we go. Same thing on the other wing as well. So you can go as as mad as you like on these wings. It doesn't particularly matter. You can fill them all in if you want to, if you have the time. But purely because this is a tutorial, I'm not going to be doing that, because otherwise we're going to be here a very long time. So the back of the wings now. There we go. So there we have a layer of 2, technically. Shouldn't, but we do. So there we go. So after that, all we need to do now is the bottom half of the wing. So again, we're going to drop down to the second layer, or the second cube that we just placed, and we're just going to come along with another stair set like so. Coming from this angle, we're going to follow it down. So which again, we're going to come with a visible stair set to the very end, so possibly to leave about a block of 4 near the end. Let's bring this out. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So obviously you need to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total invisible stair set, which will lead to the 4 being there. This is only giving you a 1 block, so we're going to leave that like that. Again, we're going to do this on this side as well. So again, we're going to come from the second one. 3, 4, 5 total, which makes the 4. Come along and fill the rest of that in. So yeah, pretty much both wings are done now. Wings are done. That's all good. Minus that one off. I don't know what's that doing there. There we go. We can add a little bit of detailing to the wings, which we'll do slightly in a minute. Not too much, but we'll add them in a little bit. Don't see the rush of doing it just yet. So yeah, there we go. There is the majority of the jet as it is. Does look pretty funky, not gonna lie. It does look pretty cool. So let's build the actual mainframe of this beast itself. So as you can tell here, we've come along to this section, the middle bit. We're inside of the jet, and we want to just extend the core in the middle to 1. After that, we're going to drop it down an extra 1. So we're going to follow this line all the way along, and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the sides as well. I should probably use slabs for this. Yep, let's use some slabs. It's where they're going to come into play. I'm just going to follow it along like so. On each side. There we go. So obviously your Minecraft character can get in here if you just bop down the extra layer. So obviously instead of the cube being here, you'd add a slab instead. But obviously this is for decoration, we're not going to be using this for sort of a purpose or anything. There we go, so just fill that in. so, all the way along. So you hit the back as well, same principle. Earlier I talked about that shell being there. From this bit you can actually come in all the way to hit just past the 3, possibly another 5, so we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so, and after that we're going to jump back up to a square or a block, and that's going to come all the way to the back of the plane. Now you can probably add about 6 or 7 on there, so let's go about 7 and add your blocks all the way to the back of the plane. Before we get there, the last block at the end, we're actually going to come up an extra 1. So come up 1 like so, and we're going to build that up approximately probably 4 stair sets in general. So that's 1, 2, 3, I think, yeah, 4, including the bottom one there. We can come back down and add them like that. So there we go. So obviously you're going to fill the rest of the back in, so just going to throw that in there, like so. I can add boosters or jets at the back, really easy. You can add some glowstone maybe in between these 2 bits here. So again, obviously you don't have enough infantry space to do it, so let's just switch up the what to switch here, the buttons for the time being, and add your glowstone on the back there. You just want to continue this stripe just a little bit further down like so, and you can add just a little triangle like this. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Add a little bit of detailing as well, it's entirely up to you. For me, probably, I like that better, that's a lot better. You can add your blues and reds. So again, it's entirely up to you. Add a blue here and then a red here. Obviously whatever colour you're using, then I'm going to come over here and make a little pattern in here. Possibly slightly bigger than usual, so the middle colour is obviously going to be red, like so. And I'm going to put whites or quartz in our case around the edges here. And as you can tell, that 2 block being underneath there would cover this. But I just like that pattern as well, because it gives it a little bit bulbous, shows it a little bit more, which is quite nice. And then obviously around that one, around the quartz, we're going to add some blue, like so. There we go. And you can do the exact, obviously the back one there. And obviously you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side as well. So we'll do that real quick. So again, in the middle of the 2 here, right in the middle, you're going to add your red, and you're going to add your whites around, or your quartz, depends what colour you're using, and then from there you're going to add your blues. Like so, there we go. Obviously you need to add a little bit more detail, and then after that we are done. So after that all you need to do is pretty much just have an overview and have a little look. If you feel like you could add anything or want to add some stuff, then feel free. I might bridge this across actually. Hello, what's going on here? Like so. Yeah, I feel like that should just all connect. Yeah, that's pretty clean. I like that. Let's have a look at the inside of the bottom bit here, the interior. Let's just add obviously our blocks here to make it a fully fledged one. There we go. And then underneath we need to add the wheels. So again, I'm going to grab our fence. A darker fence here, because why not? Let's add a little bit more detailing and texture to that. Obviously going to grab our buttons back again. But there we go. And then we need our trapdoors ready as well. So easiest way to describe this is find the middle of the actual cockpit. If you're struggling to do that, make sure you can always take some blocks out, it's fine. So the middle, possibly about here. I'm going to add my fence. Just find the middle, come down, add your wheel. It's obviously going to be a 1 wheel at the front here. At the back end of it, you can add your trapdoor. Then after that, you want to approximately come anywhere in the wing. It doesn't particularly matter, but be sensible with this. Don't just be stupid. Just try and configure it how you want to do it. So for me, I'm probably going to put it. Let's have a look here. Let's count how many away, just for a tutorial purpose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the 4th one, and then come in 3. So the 3rd one. So I'm kind of going to come here. Add an extra slab on that one. There we go. I'm going to make a 2 on that one. Make 2 wheel. There we go. And obviously again the same thing. Back to the trapdoor, and then obviously your buttons on the sides. Same thing over here as well. And all the way over to the other side. count in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one being here. Yep, I'm going to come in 3. Back 2. Yeah, they are symmetrical as well, which is good. All the way along. Your trapdoor on the back. Obviously another section for your slabs. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I mean, you can add anything to this. Pretty much go as mental as you like, but I thought it'd just be a nice clean sort of tutorial. It looks kind of cool. You can change this however you like. You maybe add a little bit more texture onto the wing. Maybe you could probably add some more layers onto the wing. It's entirely up to you. Change the back however you like. It's kind of freehand, this sort of bit on the back here. But as I say, you can have anything that you want. Possibly do something like that. Maybe make that glowstone a little bit more bulbous. There we go. So yeah, you know, pretty much use exactly what you want really. Go mental, go ham, and yeah, just enjoy yourself pretty much. So there we go. Snug a little bit in there for detail, because why not? Why not indeed? So yeah, there we go. Possibly a little bit underneath as well. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if you guys did enjoy this sort of Harrier build, then hit me up with a like and a comment. But until next one, guys, Killer Kev here, and Killer Kev out.